Hello, everyone. So the first half of the Handshake experience training will be showing how a student can submit a internship registration form through our new system. So when a student logs into Handshake, this is the screen that they will see when they log in. They'll click on the Marist College Career Center tab, and then they'll be brought to the screen where they can see a variety of our different resources. They can click on experiences. This will take them to the internship section. They'll scroll down and click submit an experience, and it will take them to the experience template form. That's how it is referred to in Handshake. From the experience template menu, they will select the appropriate internship type. Unfortunately, we're limited with changing verbiage in Handshake, so I'm unable to change the experience template wording to something else. It's really important that the student selects the correct experience template form, because we are unable to edit that once it's submitted. So we would have to delete the registration form and they would have to resubmit it under the correct experience template. It's the way the Handshake module is programmed. So you'll see the list of experience templates here. For the technology students, there's a section for our graduate students in CS and IT, and then also for our undergrad as well. Everything else is in alpha order. The student would then select their internship type from the form, and then they would select the term, which the only one available right now is fall 23. They cannot register beyond that at this point in time. Organization just means the name of the company, as explained down here. Again, we are unable to change the verbiage at this time, but I do ask for the student to include the company name at the bottom of the survey, which you'll see in a moment. So the student can type in the company name. Just going to put in a random company. They'll select it. And then the experience, they'll type in, that they're an intern, software engineer intern, whatever that may be. The employer approval is the email address of their internship supervisor. Again, I do think the way this is phrased can be misleading to students, so I do ask for it again under the general survey questions below. But for now, I'm just going to put in my email since this is just a test. And then the registration questions didn't change much from BoxQuest. So I still need the student's first and last name. I still need their CWID, their phone number, their email address, their class year, their academic school. I'm using an English registration template, so I'm going to select liberal arts. I'm going to select that I'm registering under my major. The student will then select their number of credits. So I'm going to do 1. I'm going to say that the internship is in person. Now the company name, this should match the organization name up above. So I'm going to put in Space Station again. And then the internship supervisor's name. Again, I'm just putting myself for now. The phone number. These are all the standard questions that students that have completed the BoxQuest form should be familiar with. I asked for the internship supervisor's email once again. Now we'll make sure these match when I review the student's form. They'll select if it's paid or unpaid. They will include a job description. For the fall, the start date must be August 28th or later to align with the academic calendar, and they must end by the end of finals week. So by December 15th. They'll have to indicate their work schedule with the days and times that they're expected to work. So for example, I need as detailed as possible. So Monday through Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Number of hours you'll be working per week. and then the total number of weeks. I will calculate to make sure that when I multiply these numbers and divide by 45, that it's equal to the number of internship credits that this student indicated above. If the student is an international student, they'll indicate yes. If not, they'll hit no, and then they'll agree to the terms of the paperwork and submit the experience. Once it is submitted, the student will see a screen, or a copy, I should say, of their registration form. Once it's submitted, I will then see it on my end, on the manager side, that a registration is pending. So that is the end of the registration process for a student. Part 2, I will explain how you as the faculty will review a student's experience. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of the Handshake experience training. In this tutorial, I will show you how to complete and approve a student's internship experience from the faculty side. So once a student submits an experience to the Handshake platform, I will be alerted, I as in Stephanie Paquin, I will review the experience template, make sure the number of credits matches with the number of hours. I'll make sure all the information needed is included, such as their internship schedule, etc. If everything looks good, I will then go ahead and start the approval process. It will first go to the employer. They will be required to complete a survey, as it's called in Handshake, where we ask them a series of questions confirming the experience and what the student will be responsible for completing during the experience. And then once the employer completes their form, you will be prompted as the faculty reviewer. So you are the final approver to the internship experience. So you will receive an email like the one you can see on my screen right now. It says experience requested by, and then the student's name. You'll see the message box here, and it'll include a link that says review experience request. You will be brought to this form. So this is now the student's registration form that you are viewing. You will see the first tab, it's called job details, will be blank. The student did not forget to include any information. Unfortunately, we are unable to remove this page. It was from a previous Handshake update. I'm currently working with the software development team to try and remove this page since it will be blank for every student. We don't have the system set up that way, so feel free to ignore the job details tab along with the experience details tab. Keep going. You will then get to the student answers tab, which is a copy of their registration form, which you saw the student complete in part 1 of this tutorial. So you will see everything is here, the number of credits the student is seeking, the name of their internship supervisor, the schedule, when they're starting, when they're ending the internship, the number of hours, etc. So once you review it and everything looks good, you'll hit next reviewer survey. You're going to see part 2, which is what the employer completed. So you'll be able to view all of their different responses. So they answered questions such as what is the supervisor's expectations of the student intern, an overview of the student's roles and responsibilities, etc. So you'll be able to review that to see what the employer included on their approval form. And then you'll select next reviewer survey. And then you will see your survey. So this is what I need you to complete. So it's going to ask you for the internship course number. So for example, and then you'll confirm the number of credits that the student is seeking. Again, if you need to refer back to it, you can go to the student survey tab, which says the number of credits. And then I will need your signature. So same information that we asked for on the VoxQuest faculty approval form. You'll hit next. You can include any specific comments or messaging, and then you could either approve or decline the experience. Hopefully you're approving it. If so, you'll hit approve. And then you'll see the screen box that says thank you, it has been approved. And then I will be alerted on my end as the manager for the experience system. I will then go ahead, once I see all 3 approvals complete, I will go ahead and send the student's paperwork to registrar. And that is then the end of the registration process. So there's no need for you to log into Handshake ahead of time. I ask, especially as we're transitioning to the system and I'm still in the process of setting it up, and it'll take a good semester to kind of for all of us to really get onboarded to it, including myself. I do ask that you wait to receive that email that'll prompt you to say, there's an internship experience that you need to approve. There's no other reason at this time for you to need to log in to check on any statuses or pending registration forms. I'd prefer if it was, primarily me in the system just to start to make sure we're not missing any registrations and that the way I program the system is functioning properly. But of course, if you have any questions along the way, you can email career.services@marist.edu. And please feel free to direct students to schedule a Handshake registration appointment with us through the Handshake system. That way we can, guide them through the internship paperwork and hopefully be off to a successful start on our new Handshake platform. So thank you all for taking the time to learn about the Handshake system. We hope that this is a much better process for, of course, our students and then us as the approvers as well.